What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jets franchise. I know it's been probably 2 weeks since I last uploaded this, but we're back, and we have the trade deadline this episode, but we'll be going all the way to week 10 because we usually play 2 games an episode. Missed last episode, go ahead and check it out in the playlist, but we do have a few things to do before we jump into the game, like assigning our national focus scout. We have it at defensive tackle. I believe we might have had it. Okay, I need to refresh this. We have linebacker, wide receiver, edge, defensive tackle. I guess we'll do defensive tackle. All right, we suffered no new injuries. We have upgrades, though. Max Melton, he's our CB4. He's played maybe a few times this season. We signed him just, didn't think we were going to draft the corner. We ended up drafting a superstar corner. But he's good depth. I think we'll just go slot here for Max Melton, and if an injury comes up, he'll be a very good replacement for whoever gets hurt. He gets +2 to awareness, player press, +1 to man coverage, and +1 to pursuit. Jerome Daly, our quarterback. I want to get his deep accuracy up a little bit. So let's go strong arm here for the rookie. He's currently playing up to an 81 overall, +4 with morale. He gets +1 to play action, +2 to throw accuracy mid, and +1 throw under pressure. He's been fantastic for us. Probably up for offensive player of the year or offensive rookie of the year. We have Reed Whitley, more of our return guy. That's pretty much all he does is return. And he's been very good at it this year. He's got a lot of big returns. We're going playmaker to hopefully get maybe some of those. Gets +1 break tackling. +1 spin move, but +3 to medium, +2 to spec catch. So playmaker is really good for upgrading a bunch of different things at receiver. And then we have Ty Riddick, our backup center. Let's just go agile. He might have played a few times this season, or a little bit. +2 pass block, finesse, run block, and then run block finesse. And then we have the 4-2 Commanders on or at home. We are currently sitting 7-0 on the season here at week number 8. But let's go ahead here, take a look at this Commanders roster. At quarterback, they have Jaden Daniels, who's up to a 94 overall superstar X Factor. Running backs, they have 4 pretty good running backs: Tyler Algier, Brian Robinson, Tajay Spears, and Damian Pierce. So they have a very deep running back group. Wide receivers are Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, Rashid Shaheed. They have Jalen Lane, Luke McCaffrey, tight end Kate Otten. Offensive line, Laramie Tunsil, 91. Brandon Coleman's up to an 80. Tyler Biadasz is an 83. Sam Cosby's an 89. Josh Connerly's an 81. So they have a pretty solid offensive line. Defensive line is Dorrance Armstrong. We might see Jason Williams. Jermaine Johnson, the former Jet. We let him go in this last offseason. Defensive tackle, Deron Payne, Trezon Newton. Linebackers, Jared Andrews, Kenneth Murray, Frankie Louvu. Corners, Donnell Foster, Marshawn Lattimore, Trey Amos, Mike Sanders still. And their safeties are Quan Martin and Amani Hooker. So that is the Commanders team. And let's go ahead and jump into the game. All right, we are here and we are back at MetLife Stadium, home of the undefeated Jets. Just us. We're welcoming the 4-2 Commanders. This Commanders team could be pretty dangerous, but are they good enough to take down the only undefeated team remaining in the league? They have definitely the players to do it. They have Jaden Daniels, really good. They have Terry McLaurin. They have a solid offensive line. Their defense is solid. But we'll see how they fare against one of the best scoring and rushing offenses in the league and us. And we will return the kickoff here to start week number 8. There steps out rookie phenom Jerome Daly. Look at his current season: 1,300 yards, 71% completion percentage, 13 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He's been fantastic for us. Last week was a huge game for him, but we need him to continue this sort of success the rest of the season. But we're going to start with a 1st and 10 run to Breece Hall, our best player. Breece Hall is just going to take it right up the middle. Donnell Foster. Is he fast enough? Not fast enough. Touchdown, Breece Hall. What a way to start the game. With a Breece Hall touchdown right up the middle. Man, this offensive line in the run game has been dominant. Breece Hall's been dominant. He's been top of the league in rushing yards every single season so far in this franchise. Foster just couldn't quite catch up. Breece Hall a little bit faster. And it's a rushing touchdown to start the day. And Matthew Ross on the attempt, the extra point is up, and it is good. And what a way to start the game. A 7-0, 9-second, 67-yard rush from the league's best running back. Here's Jaden Daniels. Look at his season. Pretty similar numbers to Jerome Daly. Obviously a little bit less passing touchdowns. But these QBs have been pretty good. And we'll see who plays better today. As the Commanders start with an RPO outside of Deebo Samuel. Picks up 10. Tackle Jonas Sanker. Yeah, the trade deadline is next week. I have been thinking about making some trades. Not really who to trade, but where to upgrade is mainly my focus right now. I'm looking at, I obviously want to upgrade linebacker. That's a huge need of ours. Both of our starting linebackers are free agents. Quincy Williams is getting pretty old. And Jamie Sherwood's just, we need an upgrade at linebacker, is what I'll say. And the Commanders will face a 3rd down and 9. I've also thought about maybe trading for an edge rusher. But just upgrading this defense is pretty much my priority in this potential trade block. I don't think I'm going to trade for any offensive players. I think our offense is good. As there is Rashid Shaheed for the first down, moving the chains. We're a little depleted on the defensive line. No Quentin Winters, who's second in the league in sacks. So we're going to need Ty Hamilton to step up. There's Algiers' numbers. Not the most rushing yards, but 3 touchdowns on 15 carries. And Jaden Daniels is going to take off, going to use his speed. He's going to pick up 16. Might probably have to run a QB spy. Contain something. But it's 3rd and 6. Can our defense get off the field? We have Glenn Woodard out there on the edge. See what he can do against Josh Connerly. And he finds a wide open tight end. That's Kate Otten. Andre Cisco is in coverage. Cooked Andre Cisco in the corner. On the corner out there. Yeah, that's not great. Look at the rushing yard leaders. We have Breece Hall in first by a pretty wide margin. But it is 1st and 10. Start on a play action, and Daly is sacked. There's just really nothing was open there, and just kind of panicked and took the sack there. In 20, and we were pressured and sacked. Jesus Christ, Jason Williams. Dude, oh my God, I threw that to square pretty quickly. And Jason Williams beats Olufushanu. He's just been bad. He's been bad. All right, 3rd and 7 now. Can our defensive line get some pressure here? Jaden Daniels got time underneath. Rashichi breaks the tackle. Down to the 46. God, we need to get off the field on 3rd downs. But we need our guys to be better in coverage. Jaden Daniels over the middle. Sauce is all over that, but Deebo holds on. 1st and 10. Jaden Daniels, oh my gosh, turn around. That could have been a pick. 2nd and 6, play action. Jaden Daniels has time. He's going to take off, and there's nobody there to bring him down. They're just driving down the field at this every drive. So this might have to be one of those games where if I don't score every drive, we're going to lose. And I absolutely fucking hate those games. Those are my least favorite games to play. I would like our defense to get a stop. That just doesn't seem like it's going to happen today. It's going to be a game where I have to score every drive. Otherwise, we're going to lose the game. The Commanders have 147 total yards in the first half. We had negative 20 passing yards. But we are a really good running team. Let's get back to running the ball. As Breece Hall picks up 9 yards there in 1st down. And that will conclude the 1st quarter. But it's 3rd and inches. We're going to hand it off there to Breece Hall. He's going to push his way forward. All right, 1st and 10, play action. We're getting pressured daily. Just got to throw this one away. Oh my gosh. We might not be able to complete a pass this entire game. We're getting pressured instantly. Almost every single time. But it's 2nd and 10. We're going to go underneath here. Desmond House, run after the catch. He's going to pick up 9 yards short. So we did complete a pass. It's 3rd down 1. They are pressing on the outside here. Play action. Daly over the middle of the field. And Arian Smith holds on. There through traffic. Great throw. A little bit of a hospital ball, but Arian Smith, known for dropping the ball at Georgia, holds on there. We developed them into a solid wide receiver 3. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Over the middle, Manu Soto cannot. He had it in his hands. He just straight up dropped the ball there. That's got to be one you catch. It's a corner on a tight end. Makes the play, but it's 3rd and 10. Can we convert? We're looking. Didn't think that corner was going to sit there and knock that away. I thought that was going to be wide open. But it's a 49-yard field goal for Matthew Ross. He's been really good this year. And this one is up, and it is good. So we get a field goal to at least make it a 4-point game. But I don't think a field goal is going to really help us. But it's better than getting no points. Start with a 1st and 10 run to Tyler Algier, who's got a ton of space. Come on. Takes it all the way to the 49-yard. Yeah, this is. We might get blown out in this game. Because, Jesus, this defense is horrific. This is the big 3rd down stop we need from our defense. Jane Daniels looking. He's going to try to scramble. He's going to be tackled from behind by Jalynx Hunt. That's the stop we needed, but this is definitely go for it territory. 4th and 2 from the 41. 4th and 1 from the 41. Come on, defense. This is the stop we need. And they're going to hand it off to Tyler Algier. He's going to get the 1st down. All right, so never mind. Defense doesn't get a stop. And it's now 3rd and 2 after 2 rushes of 5 yards from Algier. They're going to go empty formation. 3rd down 2. If it's incomplete, they could still go for it here. 4th and 2. Jane Daniels over the middle of the field has Rashid Shaheed touchdown. Oh, yeah, we're going to. Gee, I don't know what to do. Blitzing, they get. I mean, obviously, when you blitz, less defenders in coverage. But we blitz like 8 guys and nobody gets there. Andre Cisco, not really good in coverage. Maybe we should trade for a safety who can actually cover in man. I don't know, but yeah, it's been a really, really bad showing from this defense. We've rarely had the ball today. We've had like 2 drives, it feels like. We've had 3. We've had 3 drives. And we're almost done with the first half, so. Yeah, we haven't really gotten. They've been dominating time possession. So we need to sustain long drives. But 1st and 10. Looking Arian Smith over the middle with his 2nd catch. Garrett Wilson more involved in the offense. He was very involved last week. Had like 3 touchdowns. But we're going to get it to him here. We're going to get out of bounds. Stop that clock. 2nd and 1. Let me snap the ball. We get the ball off. And Braylon Allen's in the game. There, gets a nice run before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 5 now. Outside, Garrett Wilson picks up the 1st. 2nd down and 6. There we go. We have Manu Soto, the rookie, over the middle. Outside, Breece Hall on the swing pass. Breece Hall, does he have the speed? He does not. But out of bounds, down at the 2-yard line. What can we do? 3rd one from the 2. It's a keeper. Jerome Daly powers forward. We're going to use a timeout here. But he gets the 1st down. So there we go. Breece Hall still in the game. Hand off to Breece Hall, and he gets in the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. Didn't quite take all the time off the clock, but 32 seconds. Who knows, we could have left too much time on for the Commanders. But Breece Hall takes it in the end zone for a second rushing touchdown of the day. Offense is playing solid, playing good. It's just our defense has been horrific. And there we go, we get pressure. We finally sack Jaden Daniels. And that will take us to the second half. All right, Commanders get no points there, but still, we've allowed 21 points. That's, I think, the most we've allowed in the first half out of the entire season. We've actually been decent at defense this season. But we haven't been good at all today. We'll get a halftime report, see what's going on around the league. We have the 4-2 Raiders versus the 4-3 Minnesota Vikings. This game has some playoff implications. You know, the Raiders are in the AFC. It's to find a wide open Brock Bowers and Justin Fields. I forgot Justin Fields, the quarterback of the Raiders. So far, 161 passing yards, up 14-7 over the Cowboys or the Raiders. We have the Cowboys versus the Dolphins. We want to see a Cowboys win, and that doesn't look like that's gonna happen. As Tua finds, I want to say that's Jalen Watt. No, that might be Jalen Wright, but it's only halftime. It's tied 7-7. And we have the 1-6 Saints versus the 3-3 Colts. Saints have been one of the worst teams in the league this year, but and they will remain one of the worst teams in the league, as Anthony Richardson, still the quarterback of the Colts, only 10 of 24, but 107 yards, up 17-7 over the rookie Guzman. And we might want to try to keep our undefeated season alive. Defense, we need to get sacks, get pressure, and maybe get an interception. We've gotten like one this entire season, and it was from our edge rusher. Some of the stats, yeah, Jaden McDaniels, 16 of 17, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns. CPU just doesn't run the ball at all. So the passing numbers are always going to be way better than the rushing numbers. Camera angle, but Jaden Daniels keeps it, and he's got great blocks on the outside. Yeah, we're going to have to run a QB spy. And they are 3rd and 6, going empty formation. Come on, defense, get pressure. Jaden Daniels has all the time in the world. He's going to step up and take off. Having Quentin Winters would be huge. Ty Hamilton is just not getting pressure at all. So there we go. We set a contain. And Jonas Sanker shows some discipline there. All right, defense, let's get a stop. Force the field goal. Let's do something. Daniels got time, and it runs out. Quentin Williams, 2nd sack of the day. And that will force the Commanders to hopefully kick a field goal. I don't think they go for it 4th and 9. They won't. They will kick the field goal. Here we go. The defense stands, bends but doesn't break. Allows a field goal. So we can tie the game up on this next possession. All right, first drive of the second half. We're going to start with a run. It's our bread and butter. And there goes Breece Hall. Middle for 16 yards, only 9 carries, but over 100 yards. So 2nd and 6 run here with Breece Hall. Gets us the first down. He's got over 100 yards today and 2 touchdowns for the league's leading rusher. 1st and 10, and they just straight up tackled our tight end. Thank you. We're going after the pass, trying to get him, but that might actually lose us yards. But we're going to accept. We lose 2 yards actually on the play, but we get redo of down. Or automatic first down, so. All right, there we go. We keep the first down, but lose 2 yards. That's fine. 1st and 10. How am I supposed to see him right there? It's an interception. Dude, how am I supposed to see him? He's covered. Absolutely covered. Look, you don't, how am I supposed to see him? He's literally hiding behind the fucking defensive line and picks it off. Jesus Christ. That's so stupid. And that's the interception. That honestly could just be the game right there. You know, if the Commanders get a touchdown, that could just be the game. Maybe the people would have thrown it at Desmond House. Maybe people would have ran it. And it's lofted. Jesus Christ. 2nd and 6. They're in motion. Debo. But they're going to give it to Algier. And Ty Hamilton makes a play. And it's 3rd down and 5 now. Empty formation. Can this defense get a stop? Jaden Daniels has time. Gets hit as he throws, but lofts it up. Debo Samuel, and it's knocked down by Jamel Dean. All right, Jamel Dean knocks it away. That's like what he's been good at for us this season, but defense holds into a field goal. Here we're going to run play action. We're just going to keep it with Jerome Daly. We're going to pick up 9. 2nd and 9. Handoff. Breece Hall right up the gut. And there goes Breece Hall to the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. Nobody's open. We're going to scramble with Jerome Daly, and we're going to slide again. And pick up 9, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. Going to the 4. We're down by 10. This is a must score. We got to score a touchdown. We got to score. We're not going to be settling for any field goals today. On this drive, at least, because we've allowed a score on every drive. So what means we wouldn't allow another one after this one. So it's either touchdown or bust for this drive, in my opinion. We got a 2nd down and 1. We get Breece Hall underneath. Another catch, Breece Hall. Breece Hall, spin move. And there's Breece Hall for the 1st down. 1st and 10. We got Malachi Corley underneath with a grab. Another gain of 10 or more. 1st and goal from the 9. We're going to motion Manu Soto for the backside block. We got Breece Hall for his 3rd touchdown of the day. And like I said, it was touchdown or bust on this drive when we get the touchdown. And we scored pretty quickly, which is great. Gives us enough time to potentially take the lead if the Commanders don't score. That was the perfect drive. Perfect drive right there to keep us in the game. Breece Hall is continuing his monster season. 2nd and 10 for the Commanders. Wide open. How is he wide fucking open? 2nd down and 9 over the middle. Debo. Jesus. Debo is not moving like that anymore. I'm sorry. He's not moving like that anymore. Jaden Daniels outside. Pick it off. Oh, my God. Dude, they're giving us that interception. We got to pick it off. We've had like 7 dropped interceptions this season, I swear. That's got to be one that's picked off. But 2nd and 10 underneath. McLaurin just goes down. Yeah, they have 475 yards of offense today. That's really bad from our defense. But this is a crucial drive here. 3rd down and 4. Can we get a stop? Jaden Daniels on the outside, and great play, Sauce Gardner. Lodges it loose, incomplete. Don't think they could go for it, and they will. All right, they're going to go for it. 4th and 4. This is huge. Biggest play of the game. 4th down and 4. Jaden Daniels going to pass it wide open underneath. Rashid Shaheed is killing us. He's got over 100 yards. All right, 2nd down and 8. It's a keeper, and there we go. Quincy Williams all over that one. This is 3rd and 11. 3rd down and 11. Why is Quinton Williams not in the game? 3rd and 11. Did he get hurt or something? Jaden Daniels got all the time in the world launching a deep. Rashid Shaheed, Andre Cisco in coverage, and Andre Cisco, he's horrific. Yeah, he might get traded. He might be the player I trade away at the trade deadline. Just does his best to move out of the way. We got no pressure. I mean, like, what are you doing? He doesn't even attempt for the ball. He just goes like, oh, hey, Rashid, I'll let you catch it. Since we're great friends. And then it's a touchdown, so And like I said, if we don't score a touchdown every drive, we were going to lose this game, man. That's going to be true. So we're going to need a miracle if we want to win this game. Underneath, Manu Soto, the rookie, picks up 10. We're going to have to go pretty fast. We cannot run the ball. And as Daly goes underneath to Desmond House for the first down. Second down and 2. There's Desmond House. There's open. That throws way behind. There is a flag. It's going to be pass interference on the defense. On Trey Amos. We'll get the ball at the 29-yard line. That's big. So it's 3rd and 10 now. We're looking. Daly, we're going to scramble. Daly's got space. Jerome Daly, just slide. Down at the 4. We're going to go hurry up. Daly's looking. Daly's going to take it himself and get in the end zone. Touchdown, Jerome Daly. Now what do we do? Obviously, we just take the extra point, but I'm thinking after, what do we do? Do we go for the onside kick? Do we try to hope our defense gets a stop? I think we're going to try the onside kick. Here, we're going for it. I know we have all 3 timeouts, but our defense has been horrific today. We need a stop. We're going to go high kick. We're going to go decent power. The kick is high, and it's recovered by Luke McCaffrey. He breaks the tackle, and actually he's just going to seal the game. All right, we just were not destined to win this game, I guess. What the hell is that? Obviously, I'm not expecting him to, Luke fucking McCaffrey, to turn into his goddamn brother and break tackles and just run in the end zone on onside kick recovery. 1st and 10. Daly's rolling right. Daly, yeah, we're sacked. Yeah, we gotta take a timeout there. We just can't take a sack. There's nothing open. All right, it's Arian Smith or Garrett Wilson. We're gonna try one-on-one. Garrett Wilson, 4th and 24. Don't even get attempt for the ball there by Garrett Wilson. Love the aggressive catch and how it works 0 times out of a million. And that's going to do it. And there goes the perfect season. We scored 31 points, which is quite a bit in the NFL. But we still lost by 10. Yeah, that was just a really bad loss. Defense couldn't get anything going. Like I said earlier, if we don't score on every drive, we're going to lose the game, and we did lose the game. Jamie Daniels threw 5 incompletions. He was just unbelievable today. Jerome Daly, 18 of 2,785 yards, a pick. That pick's kind of BS. Like, how am I supposed to see that guy? Brees Hall, 12 for 132, 3 touchdowns. Daly, 5 for 44 and a touchdown. Bill Allen, carry for 15. Desmond House, 5 for 50. Wilson, 4 for 36. Hall, 3 for 28. Sacks, 2 sacks allowed from Olu Fashanu, 1 from Joe Tippmann. 9 tackles for Sanker and Williams. 2 TFLs for Williams and Williams. For Quinnen and Quincy. Quinnen finished with 2 sacks. Pass deflections, Gardner, Cisco, Boone. But, yeah, next week is the trade deadline. We don't play next week. So that will give us some time to think about it and maybe make a trade on the defense. I think the offense is fine. I just think maybe we add a piece or two to the defense. Trade for maybe a linebacker or trade for a safety. I don't know, but that will do it. And perfect season, no more. But all right, coming out of the game, we have an upgrade for Tommy Walton. He's more of a special teams guy. We'll upgrade his pass coverage just in case he might come in on some downs. +3 to man, +2 to zone coverage. And then we have a nice Peebles, a depth defensive tackle. His stats don't look bad at all. Bill nose tackle, +1 awareness, block shedding, and +2 to tackling. The reason why he's not very good is probably because his play rec is bad at 64. But he's got 80 power moves, 78 block shedding, so he's a decent depth piece. And we'll check out the weekly recap, see what happened around the league during this bye week. We have the Cowboys versus the Eagles, 6-2 Cowboys, 5-2 Eagles. It appears that it's Jalen Hurts and the Eagles emerge victorious as they take a slant to the house. Is that Rondale Moore That might be Rondale Moore. And the Eagles win a shootout, 31-30. Dak Prescott, 336 yards. A lot of touchdowns. Not enough. We have the Dolphins versus the Commanders here, and the Dolphins beat the Commanders. Tua, deep shot, back corner, touchdown, and the Commanders only scored 12 points against them. And then we have the 2-5 Steelers, the 4-3 Broncos. As you see a play action there, left-handed quarterback throws an absolute bullet right to, or was that Riley Moss? And the Steelers fall to 2-6 on the season. Javier Beasley with that costly interception returned by Riley Moss. And that is the weekly recap. All right, we do have some storylines. And we have In the Zone. In the Zone storyline. I don't remember. Oh, it's going to be like, what do you want my goal to be? I want to get 12 touchdowns in the... You have to get 12 rushing touchdowns. I guarantee you that's what it's going to be. Hey, Breeze, thanks for stopping by, and it's always Breeze Salts. Never nobody else. You've had a great season so far. Thanks, Coach, but I really only care about winning and how we're doing as a team. Second half of the season, what's your goal? He's like, I want to get 12 rushing touchdowns. So we'll do rushing yards. On the ground, how many yards do you think up at the end of the year? Yeah, 1,600. He wants to get 1,600 yards rushing. And he can do that. He's already a little over halfway there, and he's the league leading rusher. So we'll see how he finishes the season strong. We got upgrades here for Desmond House. I want to get his deep route running up a little bit. It's pretty low compared to his other ratings. We'll go deep threat. He gets +1 awareness, catch and traffic, deep route, medium release, spec catch, and another ability slot. Currently a short end elite, honorary lineman, and second wind. Later we have Caden McManus. He was our draft pick, one of our draft picks this past season, this past draft. He gets upgrades to pass block finesse, run block, and then +2 to run block finesse. So those are the only upgrade points. And there we go. We re-signed Quinnen Williams to a 2-year, I want to say it was a $58 million extension. Here's a 2-year, $58.4 million extension. So there we go. We re-sign one of our top players on the team. Give him a player friendly. We'll see how well this goes. All right. And we got rejected by Olu Fashanu there. Tried to give him a 4-year deal. But I think I'll wait on everybody else here. But now we can start to maybe make a trade. So I'll see you guys once I've decided if we make a trade and if we do make a trade, I'll show you who we ended up trading for. All right, and we have made a big blockbuster trade at the trade deadline. Now you may be thinking, why are you trading Jamel Dean? Well, my thought process is Jamel Dean, I wasn't planning on re-signing him this offseason. I know he's been great for us, and I was complaining how our corners weren't playing good, but we have Bryce Boone on the roster. We have younger corners on the roster who their development's getting stunt with us having Jamel Dean. And with this trade, we get one of the most athletic safeties, if not the most athletic safety in the NFL. He is like Kyle Hamilton level of, you can move him around, you can play corner, you can play safety, you can play linebacker. He's like Kyle Hamilton light. And we trade away our third-round pick. Our third-round pick is not going to be very high if we continue our success. So I'm not really mad taking that away, but we also trade away a 5th, but we get a 4th. So we technically trade down, but then trade back up into the 4th round, and we add Nick Ebenwari. This guy, he could transform our defense, and he's only 23 years old. So this was a long-term move. Short-term, it might look not as great, but long-term, think about it. We have really good corners behind Jamel Dean, and we trade away an expiring contract that we're not going to re-sign, and we get one of the most athletic safeties in the NFL, Nick Ebenwari, and we get a 4th. I think that is a slam dunk pick up for our argument. So you may be thinking, why do that trade? You already have Andre Sisco and Jonas Sanker. is that we do play at times three safeties. Like, yeah, Malachi Moore comes in a few times a game. So I'm thinking what we do is we will have Nicky Minwari play sub linebacker and play safety, and then we'll have Cisco and then Jonas Sanker kind of rotate in and out. But then where does that leave Malachi Moore? Maybe we trade Malachi Moore and try to get some sort of pick back. All right, and with the acquisition of Nick Imanwari, we don't really have any need for Malachi Moore. We do play three safeties. I wasn't gonna really play Malachi Moore, and once his contract is up next season, wasn't gonna re-sign him. So we are gonna be making another trade. We were trading away Malachi Moore, a fourth-round pick this year we got from the Seattle trade, a fifth-round pick next year, and a sixth in 2 years, and we get a second-round pick. And the 49ers are kind of like hovering around 500, so that could be a mid-round second-round pick. So there we go. We made two, I would say, pretty big trades. We get more draft capital. We get younger. We get better for the future. I think we absolutely nailed this trade deadline. I think that's all I'm going to do. Sorry if there's any Malachi Moore fans out there. I'm sorry. He just wasn't really going to play. So, yeah, I think that is it. And I will see you guys next week. All right, we suffered no injuries in practice, but we do have upgrade points here. Let's go man-to-man. First sauce, Gardner. He's been really good for us this season. He's got +1 awareness, +2 man, +1 press, +1 to tackling. We get Garrett Wilson with an upgrade point. I want to get his short route running up, so that would be slot. So we're going to go slot. He's up to an 88, -1 with morale. Probably because he's not getting the ball very often. +2 carrying, catching traffic, short routing, +1 release. Braylon Allen with upgrade point, +2 break tackle, +2 to stiff arm. We get an upgrade for Zach Zinter. He's a solid depth lineman for us. I don't think he's played at all this season, but if he does, he can step in and play decent. Mark Chavez will probably see more playing time now with some of those trades. He's not very good. He's just not very good. I believe he was a third or fourth round pick, a really bad pick. That's one of the worst picks I've ever done, but he could see playing time. I don't really want him to play. But, injuries happen. We could end up having to play him. Agreed. Let's set up our defensive line. We get Quentin Winters back. We could definitely feel his missed presence in that last game against Miami, but we get +2 to power moves and finesse moves for this game for our defensive linemen. So that is huge. And then it'll be like we need to get 1 TFL and sack with Quentin Williams. So there is a little mini goal for him. But all right, let's check out this Dolphins roster. At quarterback, they still have Tua. Running backs, they have Devon Achane, Jalen Wright. Wide receivers, they still have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So, but Malik Washington is hurt, so we'll probably see Taj Washington or Felice. Tight end, they have the rookie second-year player Max Shields and Matt Kruger, James Daniels, Jarrett Patterson, Romeo Farrell, and Don Bush. Defensively, they have Jalen Phillips, Chop Robinson, Bradley Chubb, Kenneth Grant, Zach Seiler. They also have a pretty solid defense. Corners, Sante Samuel, Kader Coho. The former Jet, Michael Carter. He was horrific. And here we are, MetLife Stadium. Last time we were at this stadium, we got beaten. We got beaten by the Commanders. But now we are welcoming our rival, AFC East division rival Dolphins here. They are sitting 5-4. We are sitting now 7-1 on the season. Obviously, the last week, we're looking to get back on the winning column. We do get Quentin Winters back, and we had a bye week, so we're coming off a bye week, bringing back one of our best players. So I'm looking for a big win today as Clyde Hopkins thought that could have gone all the way. Gets it to 30. Here comes out Jerome Daly. Look at his stats. 13 passing touchdowns, 1,500 passing yards. But we'll start with an outside run here to Breece Hall. And we're actually going to lose a yard. So we're facing an early third down. 3rd and 11. We have Garrett Wilson on the outside. Just a bad throw. Can't cut up field quick enough. And that's a 3-and-out. Not a great way to start the game. I'm a little rusty. So if I might not play as good as I maybe have been previously, and we get the worst bounce ever, because of course we do. So 3-and-out from our offense, not a great start. But we will get to see Tua in the Dolphins offense, and we'll get to see the new addition, Nick Emanwari, make his debut. We see he's number 31 there. Yep, he's playing down towards the box. Well, they're going to start with a fake toss outside, and there we go. Ty Hamilton all over that one. Quincy Williams all over that one. Nice way to start the game, and then you see Nick Emanwari lining up at safety there. Number 31, so keep your eyes out for number 31. Don't really throw to him there, but we're all over that one. Quincy Williams with the tackle there. And it's now 3rd down and 12. We see Nick Emanwari there go deep safety. So he's going to lining up a lot. A lot of different positions. 3rd and 12. Tua outside. We're all over that one. Great tackle as Isaiah Thomas. And the defense makes a big stop. There we go. I mean, the defense already playing better than last week's, or week 8's defense. But here's the rushing stat leaders. Breece Hall still in first, even with the bye week. So that just goes to show you how great he's been for us. But the Dolphins looking like they're going to try to stop the run. 1st and 10. Yeah, gain of 1. Yeah, they're going to be locking down this run game. So that means we're going to hope our passing game is on point as we get Garrett Wilson there open in the middle of the field. And there's Garrett Wilson for the pickup of 20. Yeah, they're really stacking the box to start the game. Starting at 1st and 10. There we go. We have Garrett Wilson again underneath. Maybe that's how we get him involved. Just get him some easy underneath catches. But 2nd and 3. Hand off Breece Hall. And we have an injury. And it is to Elijah Vera-Tucker. That's not good. He's our best lineman. I'd say him and Membo have been pretty good this season. And it's 3rd down and 2. A lot of guys in the box. But we're going to look for the deep shot. Mason Taylor. I thought he could have caught that. Went for the deep shot. It's probably not a good play call. It's a broken collarbone. That is a big-time injury. That's multiple weeks. Probably. So that's a big injury, if that's a long-term injury. We got play action. Tua on the outside. Thomas can't make the tackle. Nick Emanwari helps there. Into short, and it's 3rd down and 1 for the Dolphins. They're going I formation. It's a QB sneak. They got it. 1st and 10 for Tua. He's going to roll left, and he's going to get sacked by Jalings Hunt. Makes his presence known there with the sack. There we go. The exclamation point thing is kind of annoying. But they will pass it. Tua's looking on the run. It's picked off. Intercepted. Jonas Sanker. It's thrown right at him, and there we go. That might be, our 2nd interception on the season, and it's a big one for Jonas Sanker. What a play. I mean, he didn't even really make a play. It was thrown directly at Jonas Sanker. And there we go. Maybe we just needed to shake up the defense a little bit. And that results in an interception. We will have great field position at the 40-yard line. Debacle of an offensive performance. But Daly is going deep. Left side. Garrett Wilson beats his man. Touchdown, Jets. Interception, next play, touchdown to Garrett Wilson. Beats Cater Coho. The Dolphins, the one thing that the Dolphins defense has, or doesn't have, is really a number one corner. And we have two number one wide receivers on our roster. We take full advantage of it. Offensive line protects well. And Daly delivers it right in the bread basket for the touchdown for Garrett Wilson. He's starting to get it on now. And it's 3rd down and 6 now. Can our defense make a stop? 3rd down and 6. Tua's waiting. Tua on the outside and completes it to Jalen Waddle. 1st and 10. Tua has time. Tua to Tyreek Hill, and nice play, Jonas Sanker. He's been all over the ball today. Makes the big hit on Tyreek to force the incompletion. Our safeties are playing a lot better now. Maybe Andre Cisco was like a cancer in the locker room or something, and we just needed to make a change. Maybe our secondary plays better. And Glenn Woodard's there, unblocked. Gets a sack. And we already matched our sack total from the previous game. It is 3rd down and 17. 3rd and very long for the Dolphins. They're going to motion Max Shields. And they're going to dump it off to Devon Achane. And there's Ezra Thomas with the nice tackle. And that is going to be a punt for the Dolphins. So this defense has been all over the ball today. This is what our defense should be doing. We should be dominating on defense. And that's going to be a big punt. Don't return that. And that will go to back in the end zone. We'll start at the 20-yard line. We'll see how our offense does now with a starting field position that's not in their own territory. Garrett Wilson, 4 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown today. But 1st and 10, handoff Breece Hall. And there goes Breece Hall with his biggest carry. 2nd down and 2, another give. Breece Hall tries to... We just needed a block. Breece Hall's in the game, and they are all over it. Jesus Christ. They are all over that run game. How does he... They had 4 guys on the defensive line. How did somebody... Oh, because... Oh, my God. Stanley didn't block him. Nobody just picked up the block. Oluvishano didn't block a single person. Oh, my God. And that's going to have to be a punt. Jesus, this might be a defensive battle. Because nobody's been able to get anything going on offense besides our one deep touchdown. As play action, Tua has a man in his face, but delivers it to Devon Achane. 1st and 10, run up the middle. Oh my God, shot ran over. Pick up 7. 2nd and 3, they're going to hand it off to Devon Achane. We're all over that. Make the tackle. There we go, finally. We wrap him up. Is that Bryce Boone? Oh, that was Max Melton. Seeking more playing time with the trade of Jamel Dean. Makes the play there. But it's 3rd down and 8. Tua has time. Outside. Make the tackle. Jesus fucking Christ. You're on a sinker. Just tackle with your arms. Don't need to go for the big fucking hit. We had him there. Start with a handoff. Somebody fucking tackle him. At least try to dive at him. Don't just let him run right past you. And it is 3rd down and 9 now. Can our defense make a play? 3rd down and 9. Tua has time. Tua underneath. Jesus. Defense, we got to get off the field. This has been like a 90-minute drive, it feels like. This has been the longest drive in human history. Well, it's 3rd down and 1. Hand off. Make the tackle. All right, there we go. Now this is the time the defense can hopefully make a play. 3rd down and 7. Tua's looking. Tua has to throw. Make the tackle. Gardner can't make it. Jeez, come on. First we'll go from the 4. Tua's looking and wide open Tyreek Hill. They just took 9 minutes off the clock, I think. Genuinely. Took forever. Took all the time off the clock of that 2nd quarter. Defense was not very good that drive. I mean, could Jamie Sherwood at least maybe try for the ball there? That was a 5-minute drive. That felt like an eternity. All right, and our running attack has been shut down. So we might need to lean a little bit more on the passing game. Here as we look over the middle, there's Desmond House, makes the catch, pickup of 9. 2nd down and 1. Daly's going to take it up the middle, and there goes Jerome Daly. Just slide. Just get down. We're going to go hurry up here. 2nd down and 10. Brees Hall, and then a little Texas route picks up 9. 2nd and 10. Daly's looking. We're going to scramble again with Daly. Slide. Going to go hurry up. And there's Garrett Wilson again. Going to go hurry up one more time. Maybe take a shot at the end zone. 2nd down and 10. Launching it deep. Arian Smith. Incomplete. Thought we'd try it. At least get one shot at the end zone, but I guess we will settle for the Matthew Ross field goal to get us the lead before halftime. So there we go. And I believe the Dolphins get the ball to start the second half. 7-10, a very different story from last week, or last game. Not a lot of offense being produced. It's been defense so far in this game. But we'll check out the halftime report, see what's going on around the league. We have the Texans versus the Saints. CJ Stroud play action, roll to the right, fire to a wide open wide receiver. Tank Dell throws off a Saints defender, breaks another tackle. And the Saints are now sitting 2-8 with a massive loss to the Texans, 38-10. Over the Patriots versus the Bills, we would like to see a Patriots win. The Bills are now 6-2 on the season. We see a Drake May roll to the left, throw on the run to an open wide receiver, to open running back Stevenson. That's a big loss for Buffalo. They fall 24-16, and that helps us keep a good distance between us in second place. But the Dolphins are pretty close. 5-3 Raiders, 5-3 Commanders. We have Justin Fields versus Jaden McDaniel, or I keep calling him McDaniels. I don't know why. And there goes a handoff to the end zone, spin, and the Commanders win 28-14 over the Raiders. Commanders now sitting 6-3 on the season. Jaden Daniels continuing his monster game. We see the Bills lost, the Patriots won. We're facing the Dolphins. The Falcons win 34-20 in that division matchup. But second half, offense, we need to play better. Defense, you played good the second half, but we can't have them sustain long drives. We got to get off the field on third down, maybe get a turnover or a sack, kind of halt the momentum of the offense. But otherwise, we've been playing solid. Tua's 12 for 14. They're running the ball a lot, which was not what the Commanders did last week. So that's probably chewing up majority of the clock. But we'll go to the second half, where the Dolphins will get the ball. They're on 6. Play action for Tua. He's got all the time in the world. Finally, he's getting pressured, and he is sacked by Quinnen Williams. That's our 3rd sack of the day. There we go. All right, 3rd and 10. Can our defense get off the field here? Let's see what happens. 3rd and long. Can we get pressure? Tua's rolling left. Tua just dumps it underneath. Make the tackle. Bryce Boone makes the tackle. He's developed very nicely. That's why I felt comfortable trading with Jamel Dean, because we had a superstar corner waiting in the wing. Wasn't going to re-sign Jamel Dean anyways. Decided to make the trade to get a younger player for the future. And we also got another high pick in the draft in that trade deadline. But defense stands, and we will start with the ball at the 20. We only have 22 yards of rushing. This Dolphins offense or defense has been really good at stopping the run so far, but we'll see how they do the second half. They're putting a lot of guys in the box. We also don't have Elijah Vera Tucker. We see what I mean, but we have no chance of even getting a yard. So we're going to have to potentially pass the ball a lot today, which I'm not a huge fan of. But there's Manu Soto with, oh my God, Hold on to the ball. 3rd down and 10 now. Can we get a stop? We're going Manu Soto again. These just aren't good throws. Oh my god, dude. They've got to be out here. They're like way back here. Alright, it's gonna be a rare low scoring game. Hand off Devon Achane. 10, Tua, Jalen Waddle, picks up 8, but gets him there. It is 3rd down and 1 now. Can our defense make a stop? 3rd down 1 for the Dolphins. Hand off Devon Achane, and there we go. Quinnen Williams makes the play in the backfield, but it's 4th one from the 50. What will the Dolphins do? Do they go for it? And they are going to go for it. 4th and 1. Can our defense make a play? They're going to motion Shields outside there. They're going to motion him back. 4th and 1. It's a pass. Outside. Make the tackle. Make the tackle. There we go. Great tackle. A great play by the defense. Not great tackle. Quincy Williams made first contact with Achane, slowed him down, and it was just enough for Dorian Williams to make the play. I don't know why Dorian Williams is playing so much. 1st and 10. We're going to start with play action. Looking Garrett Wilson, that's a bad throw. How is that? Oh my fucking god. And we give it right back. Oh my god. That's a terrible throw. And we give the ball. Oh my. Make the tackle. Horrific fucking angles. Nicky Minwari. 1st and 10. Make the tackle. Quinnen Williams, loss of 3. 3rd and 13. Down he goes. Fumble. Pick it up. No. Tackle him. Oh my gosh. Thought we got another turnover. Dude, my nose is so itchy. I don't know if it's dry. It's so fucking itchy right now. It's pissing me off. But it's 3rd and 34 now for Miami. We absolutely cannot allow a first down. 3rd and 34. Tua feels pressure, lofts it. Catch that gets them back in field position or field goal position, which is not ideal. But they will kick the field goal here. So defense stands. Still a very frustrating fill. That ties the game up at 10. There's been like hardly any offense produced today from both sides. But 1st and 10. Daly's rolling out right. Daly just throw it away. I'm not risking throwing it on the run. They blitzed. Oh my gosh, dude. 2nd down and 10. There is Desmond House open. There we go. It's our 2nd biggest passing play. They sent the blitz there, and we got it off. 1st and 10. We're going to run it. There goes Breece Hall. There we go. We finally get a run that's not 1 yard. We get 10, but they're going to give us inches. 2nd down inches. Give outside. There's Breece Hall utilizing his speed. Breece Hall pushed out of bounds, and there's an injury, and it's to McManus. So Elijah Vera-Tucker breaks his collarbone, and then McManus gets hurt. So now we're down to maybe Zach Zinter. We have Thayer Munford. We'll move Zach Zinter. So we'll have Zach Zinter replace the injured McManus. And there goes Breece Hall with a big run. There we go. We're starting to get the run game going. Big run to the 21. And it's hip bursitis. I guess we'll sub Matt Stanley in, even though I don't have Matt Stanley in the game. We have Zach Zinter. All right. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10. Quick screen outside. Good blocking. Breece Hall's got space. Breece Hall juke. And Breece Hall gets us down to the 5. We got to get him going in this 4th quarter if we want to win. Because when we've had the pass, we've not been very good today. We're going to the 4th quarter tied 10-10. Very, very low scoring game. Very low scoring. From the 6, over the middle. Smith catches it, but he's short. It's 3rd and goal now from the 2 here. We need a touchdown here on this drive. 3rd and goal. No. Garrett Wilson gets fucking jammed at the goddamn line. Can't beat a guy on a slant. That was a must touchdown spot, but we'll take the points, I guess. Can we get a pick 6? I would love a pick 6. Or just the CPU throwing another interception. We get one every 6 games, so we probably won't get one for a while after this one, but maybe another one. Defense has been fantastic today. Let's have another good. Why can I not be on the defensive line? 1st and 10 for Tua underneath Devon Achane. My God, my nose is so itchy. It's pissing me off. But it's 3rd down 6. This is a big stop for our defense. 3rd and 6. Tua's got time. It runs out. He's hit as he throws incomplete. Quinnen Williams got the big extension in the bye week, making his presence known today, and that will be a Miami punt. Defense shows up again. Now let's get a touchdown. Let's seal this game. A touchdown should seal the game here. We need a long drive. We need a long drive touchdown. All right, it's 3rd and 5. Can we convert? We're going to motion Breece Hall. We're looking underneath. There's Desmond House. Make the catch, and he does. That's a big catch for Desmond House. Time off the clock. Underneath, Garrett Wilson got bumped. Still makes the catch. Does run after the catch. Oh, my God. If people got bumped, and that would have been complete. I would have been actually pissed. We're trying to go chew clock here. Waste as much time as we can. 1st and 10. Jerome Daly's going to scramble. He's going to slide. And they're going to give us the 1st down there on that slide. 1st and 10. Run. Jesus. Zach Zinter, you just put hands on him. Just at least push him or something. He just watches him as he gets the tackle. But it's 2nd and 10. Over the middle, Garrett Wilson's having a fantastic game. Gets the 1st down. Dolphins use a timeout. 1st and 10. Handoff. There's Breece Hall. He's got space. Breece Hall breaks a tackle. Breaks another touchdown. Breece Hall broke 2 tackles on that play. Gets in the end zone for only our 2nd touchdown of the day. It's Breece Hall's 1st of the day. Finally, we started to get him going there in that 2nd half. We're in these last quarter and a half, at least. We took a lot of time off the clock. We scored. Absolutely great job. Would have loved to take more time off the clock. We made the Dolphins use 2 timeouts. So they're going down by 10. With 1 timeout left. They do have the 2-minute timeout. So they have 2 guaranteed stoppages of the clock. Or we'll probably have somebody get injured so they can get more time, which happens every time. But we'll see what Dolphins' offense can do. With down by 2 scores. Pass it. Yeah, play action. Tua gets hit as he throws. Still delivers it. God damn it. Andre Cisco makes the tackle. So, yeah, we're seeing 3 safeties. We've seen Cisco. We see him in War. We see Jonas Sanker there. I would like to get out of 3 safeties. And that pass is batted at the line. All right, 2nd and 10 now. We would love a Quinnen Williams or a Quentin Winters sack. But Tua's got plenty of time. Tua on the outside. We're double covering him, and he still gets wide, and he still gets open. All right, they're going to go hurry up. They should not be able to get the play off if they don't. So the 2-minute warning. They still have 1 timeout left. And they're at midfield. 1st and 10. Tua over the middle of the field. Has an open Tyreek Hill. Breaks the tackle. Please tackle him. Come on, dude. Tua's looking. Tua wide open. Dolphins go down and score. All right, we just need this onside kick. And this game should be over. Need the onside kick here. We have 5 guys there. And Reed Whitley picks it up. Reed Whitley just get down, and that should seal it. Oh, man. Very different game. Why am I running the ball? And now we should kneel it to end the game. A division win, a big bounce back win. Defense was great today. Forced 3 and outs, punts. Big difference from last week. So the shakeup of the defense proves to work as we win 20-17 in a big rivalry matchup. Dolphins moved to 5-5. We are now sitting at 8-1 on the season. But offensively, we got to play better. The Dolphins just were really good at stopping the run today. We got to rely on our passing game. At times it worked, and at times it didn't. Passing it was inconsistent. But it's still a nice division win. We got an interception from Jonas Sanker. Jerome Daly, 15 of 24, 191 yards, touchdown, and a pick. Rushing-wise, Breece Hall, 15 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown. Jerome Daly, 4 for 24. Braylon Allen carried it once. Garrett Wilson, big game, 7 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. 4 for 41 for Desmond House. Breece Hall, 2 for 25. So we're getting Garrett Wilson a lot more involved. We allowed no sacks. We did allow pressures and stuff, so it's like the offensive line was perfect. 10 tackles for Sherwood, 8 for Sanker, 8 for Thomas, 3 TFLs for Quincy Williams, Quinton Williams, 2 for Dorian Williams, Ty Hamilton, Woodard, 1 TFL for Jennings Hunt, Quinton Winters, Jamie Sherwood, Jonas Sanker, Ezra Thompson, Max Melton. Tackles or sacks, 2 for Glenn Woodard, 1 for Williams, 1 for Jennings Hunt. Interception for Jonas Sanker, first interception in 9 years. Pass deflections for Williams and Sanker. Ross was perfect. But there we go. Big win on the season. Puts us 8-1. And just separates us that much farther from the rest of the AFC West. Alright, we have upgrades for Glenn Woodard. He's progressed very well. He's got 93 finesse moves. Let's just go speed rusher. It usually upgrades a lot of other things other than pass rush. Look, it's +2 to block shedding, +6 to power moves. Like, this upgrading is insane. He's up to 94 finesse, 88 power, 90 block shedding. He's developed very nicely. Then we have Ty Hamilton. I want to get him maybe a little bit better at rushing the passer so he can be more of a down-the-down guy rather than run-down type of guy. +3 finesse, +2 to power moves. So there we go. We do get one injury. Elijah Vera Tucker, broken collarbone, out 4 to 8 weeks. So that's another long-term injury that might take him out the rest of the season. And we did get sacks on the quarterback. We had 3 or 4 +10 morale for offensive linemen, and then something else. This was for the fans. We really needed one after a big loss last week. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. What would you guys think of the trade? What would you give it from F to A+? I would give it, we get a little bit worse at corner, but I'd give that an A+. I love that trade. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I'm going to, and then the Malachi Moore trade. We get another pick this year. We're kind of thin at picks, so I'll take the extra second-round pick. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time on FIU Dynasty. Peace.